It's March 17th, 2017. It's the first day of that year's March Madness, where we saw basically no upsets, a far cry from what happened this year. The pretty popular hit show Fargo had just gotten into its second season, and Marvel had just released its new show Iron Fist. Another thing that was happening on March 17th, 2017, Europe's RLCS Season 3 Last Chance Qualifier? A one-day group stage which consisted of the teams Leaf Esports, Red Eye, Copenhagen Flames, and Penta Esports, with popular players at the time of Freaky, Jazer, and Skyline. Spoiler alert, Penta Esports come out on top, and Penta becomes the team that claims the 8th and final spot for RLCS Season 3. But how did we get here, and why does North America not have a last chance qualifier? A team named Zintox that winded up making a Cinderella run through the lower bracket, winning 5 games in a row, actually winded up getting disqualified. Why did Zintox get disqualified? Well, the reason is actually very easily found. All you have to do is go to Liquipedia Season 3 RLCS Europe. Zintox was disqualified due to Itachi being determined ineligible to participate in RLCS. His residence turned out to not be in one of the eligible countries and was thus deemed to violate the rules. The 8th team was determined by a last chance qualifier. But what if I told you that there was a reason other than this, and it wouldn't have mattered if he was in Morocco, Venezuela, or United States? If we go to Itachi's bio in Liquipedia, we'll find that he was born on August 13th, 2003, making him 18. But let's backtrack to our date, March 17th, 2017, and that would make him... Now, why does 13 matter? Well, it's because the actual minimum age you have to be in RLCS is 15. So not only did they double dip, but also taking a look at his teammates' ages, we'll find that his teammates were actually about 15 and 16. A very young squad. And I personally believe that this team might be one of, if not the biggest what if in Rocket League history. So let's break it down. First, let's talk about the most plausible idea. If Zintox make it into the top 8 RLCS, is that most likely Freaky would not end up on Maki Esports in Season 4. Because he was allowed to be in Season 3, he actually managed to get 2nd in assists and 1st in saves. A performance that we would not be able to see because Zintox made it. Freaky is still playing competitive now. Is there a possibility that, we would have never seen Freaky? And if Freaky doesn't get on this Mocket/Vitality roster, at the age of 21, you have to start looking at other options, I'd have to imagine. And this Mocket/Vitality roster actually made about $80,000 in winnings in 1 year. If he doesn't get that opportunity, I really don't see a competitive landscape with Freaky in the picture. Freaky's been to 3 RLCS World Championships, placed 1st in RLRS, and is still placing top 16 at the age of 25. And Freaky's the oldest player in the European region besides Fruity that's getting top 16 results. If Zintox was allowed to play in RLCS Season 3, I think Freaky's future career would have looked very different, and I'm sure he's very glad it didn't. Now let's get kooky, crazy, and wild with the second and less likely probability. If Zintox was allowed into the RLCS, Zintox for their last series played a team called Red Eye, which they actually dismantled pretty well, winning the series 3-1 and winning the games by 2. This Red Eye team actually beat Penta the first time in the upper bracket and got a game on them in the last chance qualifiers. I think it's possible to say that Zintox and Penta Esports were on pretty even ground. And I personally believe that Zintox would do better than Penta Esports in RLCS given 2 months of scrims against the best teams and a league play. Seeing as the team was 13, 15, and 15, and Penta Sports was a 19-year-old with 2 20-year-olds. experience. Let's say that Zintox was able to perform a little bit better than Penta and wind up getting another win. They would most likely make the playoffs and play against the flip side that really doesn't look as dominant as they did in Season 2. Let's say we give them this massive dub, as the kids call it, and they would get to go to LAN. Keep in mind, this is a team that was 13, 15, and 16. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy here. It's very possible they get destroyed at LAN, but they would get the LAN experience while getting to play the best NA teams. And I really believe that the next 3 seasons, Season 4, Season 5, and Season 6, they could have been in the same vein as an NRG, or Cloud9, and even the super team of Gale Force that became Dignitas. With all things being said, I just really hope we see a lot more young teams in RLCS, because I think we've seen it with Moist Esports and Team Liquid that really the sky's the limit. But I also just want to show that young teams being really good is not a new thing. I mean, it's been going on since basically forever, with players like Justin, Scrubkilla, Garrett G, and more new players like Atomic and First Killer, and of course the new Moist Esports and Team Liquid. I'm PaLeRider, and this has been the least talked about ban in Rocket League history. Yo, what's up? I'm PaLeRider. I stream. Usually if I'm doing like gameplay videos, sometimes I edit on stream, hardly ever. But I stream on YouTube and Twitch, and I also make shorts, so you can check those out. And yeah, I really appreciate that. Drop the subscribe button thing. As you can tell, I'm not great at organizing my thoughts, which means this video took a very long time to make. So, really appreciate you watching till the end. Peace. Thanks. Peace out. Bye. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, video next to my head, I go into the pro careers and what pros are doing wrong, the big mistake. As you may, we're gonna leave it vague so that you click on the video. But yeah, go check on that video, this video. I don't know where it is, but yeah, bye, for real now.